Did great. All right, folks, next up we're going to recite the Pledge of Allegiance, and there is no one better to do it than the man that starts his radio show every weekday with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please welcome Simon Conway.
Thank you. Albert and Doug, two local guys, started this. It's amazing. Just one teeny tiny thing before I do the pledge. We have so many veterans and indeed active service people here that I think we owe them a round of applause for our gratitude. Thank you so much for serving. Okay. Here we go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. Okay, bear with me, please. I'm going to be the first speaker today. Definitely out of my comfort zone, and at times it may seem like I'm just reading from a script, which that's what it's going to be. As I said earlier, thank you for coming today. This fight is a fight to break the insanity gripping our nation. You're here to help us defend that memorial right over there. It's a memorial for our fallen heroes. Now, speaking of heroes, I want each and every veteran in this crowd, raise your hand, please. Thank you for your sacrifices. You guys have paid a price that this nation cannot repay. There's nothing we can do to fully thank you for your service. All right, now, in a perfect world, this rally would not be necessary. In a perfect world, everyone would honor our veterans regardless of what the symbolism. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Right now, we have an organization based out of Washington, D.C., trying to tell the city of Knoxville how we can and cannot honor our veterans.
Give us their address.
That organization has never driven down the streets in this town. They've never shopped at the stores. They've never knocked on a neighbor's door here in this community. Who are they to tell us how we can and cannot honor our veterans? Right. This group is trying to use the First Amendment against us. I'm not sure how many of you have actually read the First Amendment word for word. I'm going to do that right now. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the rights of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for the redress of grievances. Let me ask you this. Was this memorial legislated by the Congress of the United States of America?
No! That's right.
Contrary to what the Beltway organization would have you believe, there's nothing in the Constitution that forbids this display.
Right.
How did we get into this position? The blame for this can be laid at the feet of the citizens of this country. For too long, we have allowed politicians and our elected leaders to blatantly violate the public trust. They have turned a blind eye to a runaway judiciary.
Right. The erosion of our rights.
There's a fallacy perpetrated by them that the only way you can understand the Constitution is if you have a law degree, if you are a constitutional scholar.
Baloney.
That is a bunch of crap. It's up to us to break that fallacy. All right, just a little side note here. We had 8 presidential campaigns request to speak at this event. Here in Iowa, we have the unique opportunity to be able to meet with each and every presidential candidate running for the presidency of the United States.
Yep.
That is how we can break this fallacy. Get out there, go to these campaign events, ask them how they would protect our Constitution, ask them how they would turn around a judiciary run amok.
Right.
This happens every 4 years. Excuse me. Go to their events, whether they're a Republican or a Democrat. Challenge them to answer your questions about that. My challenge to you is to help us change the direction our country is going in.
Amen.
You need to challenge them on their understanding of the Constitution. And if they fail to understand exactly how the Constitution works, if they fail to understand that, no, you do not have to have a law degree to understand the Constitution, you're not going to vote for them. You need to tell them that you're tired of the insanity, because that's exactly what it is, an insanity ruining our country. Today's rally is just a starting point. It cannot end here. As for this particular memorial, after today ends, that organization is still going to be trying to get us to remove it.
That's right.
We need you to stand with us. We need you to stand with the city of Knoxville. We need you to tell the city council, if you fight for this, we will stand beside you.
Yep.
And it's going to be more than just moral support the city needs. If the city decides to fight this injustice, they're going to need monetary support as well.
Right.
We have been discussing, Doug and I, the possibility of setting up a legal defense fund for the city of Knoxville to tap into to help pay for their legal fees. And for those residents of Knoxville, if the city council capitulates on this fight, you're going to need to replace that city council. You're going to need to replace those city council members. You're going to need to replace that city council with members that will fight, members that will do what is right. Thank you again for coming here today. We greatly appreciate it. I'm kind of speechless at the amount of people we have here. I'm proud of you all. Thank you all for coming and telling that organization in Washington, D.C. that we're not going to take it anymore. Next speaker on the list, you all know him. He's become a local celebrity. Navy veteran and fellow organizer of this rally, Doug Goff.
Whoever organizes this rally needs fired, apparently. Mine's not going to be as good as Al's. Thank you for that, Al. Good afternoon. First and foremost, I want to thank all my volunteers. All of you have been amazing, and without your support, we wouldn't be here today. Second, and most important to me, I want to thank all the veterans. Without you, there would be no America. There would be no freedom. Without you, I want to be able to stand before you today. As I was trying to think of what to say to you today, I was reminded of the following quote from Father Dennis Edward O'Brien, United States Marine Corps. It is the soldier, not the reporter, who has given us freedom of the press. It is the soldier, not the poet, who has given us freedom of speech. It is the soldier, not the campus organizer, who has given us the freedom to demonstrate. It is a soldier who salutes the flag, who serves beneath the flag, and whose coffin is draped by the flag, who allows the protester to burn the flag. Can't hear me? Okay. We gather here today not just for the cross. We gather here today for the American soldier, for those brave men and women who went forth and gave their time, energy, and even their lives so that we gather here. Make no mistake, it's not the courts who gave us our freedoms. It is the men and women who went to all corners of the world so that I have the ability to stand before you in Knoxville, Iowa. This group that threatens us, who wants to take down our memorial, they know nothing about us. A Washington-based group wants to tell our city to take down our memorial because they find it offensive. They don't understand what this means to us. Tell me again how that makes sense. To myself, that is not a religious cross. To me, that marks the tomb of our fallen. It pays respect to the men and women who gave everything. Today, as a community, we are taking a stand. And not just the Knoxville community. We're getting an outcry that I did not expect. People from all over the state of Iowa have come to support our cause here. As well as people from other states. I think that the reason that you're all here is the same reason why I'm standing before you now. When will it stop? When will this political correctness end? I say we take a stand. Today has to be that day. Today, with this rally, we are sending a message. We're telling the city council, we're telling this atheist group, and we are telling the world that this is our park, this is our town, and this is our cross. These past few weeks have been some of the most trying times. They've also been the greatest. No matter the political affiliation, no matter the religion, we are uniting for a cause bigger than all of that. We are uniting to tell people we are tired. We are tired of being told we can't do something because it hurts someone's feelings.
Yeah.
Someone who didn't even have the guts to sign their own name. People have thanked me. They've said, Doug, you gave me a voice. I was so angry. I didn't know where to go or who to talk to. I am not arrogant enough to think I've spoken for each of you today. But today, as I look around, I realize that we as a community are speaking. We as a community are uniting. And look what your voice has accomplished. We have passion. We are affected by this in ways no one can understand. Our community has and will always stand behind our veterans. There's no changing that, and we want to change it for the world. So today, I tell the world, stand. Stand for what is right. Stand for what is important. Even if you are uncertain if there is anyone standing with you, stand. Look what we did in a small farm town in Iowa. We're united. We're fighting back. As the good Reverend Billy Graham has said, courage is contagious. When a brave man takes a stand, the spines of others are often stiffened. I sincerely thank each and every one of you for coming, and I hope that our elected officials will do the right thing and let us keep our beautiful memorial. Thank you.